hang out at dodging.
And welcome, I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get some for you and them little babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link's down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because a player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting a whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player think where I hear any goddamn screen, we do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all.
Happy STD Friday. Happy STD Friday. Thank y'all for joining the player. Come right on in. Shout out to Jermaine for the $1 cash app. Say happy STD Friday. What it do? Thank you for the support. Come on in. We're screaming everywhere. Already. We already screaming everywhere. Oh man, thank y'all for joining me. How y'all feel though? I'm a little tired, like my body aching. I think I need some essential products. My body aching so bad right now. I don't even know. Got to stretch. Got to get the muscles moving. Got to get the blood flowing better than the blood is flowing. Y'all already know how they treat the player. Come on in and hit the thumbs up button. I don't think that I'm gonna wait for the 100. I don't think I'm gonna wait for the 100, but we need 100. We need 100. Do your due diligence. Do what you came here to do. Help a player out. I done came to work. Now I need for y'all to work while I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't signed up for it, but you're here. You ain't signed up for it, but you is here. We got a few things to go over. A few things to discuss. Because the things is disgusted out here. Drone user catcher. Bam. I thought I saw something else. Come on. Tennessee is up in the building. What it do? Say, Willie, you feel great. That's what I'm talking about. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to be on earth. It's a blessing to be here on STD Friday on the payday. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. Just make sure that you enjoy your day. Today it's not about you and your significant other. It's not about that right there. It's about smashing. Whoever you deem can get it. Whoever you deem can get it today, that's who you go ahead on to get to. We do not do this right here. Look. Listen, if you're around here with any of these right here, you need to go on down. To the police department and tell them, I am hard-headed, and turn yourself in. I am hard-headed. Just turn yourself in. You know what I'm saying? Just do that right there. Because this is somebody else's morals. This is the man's morals. And damn it, you don't want to follow the man. The man trying to tell you what to do because you was grown, you was an adult. You actually get to do what you want to do. But sometimes, a lot of times, you don't do what you actually want to do. Again, follow other people's morals. Live raw. Live the way that you want to live. At least for one day. Don't worry about nothing that you may contract. We got medication for everything. You ain't got to believe me. Research it. Google it. Ask AI something like that right there. And they will tell you, yeah, we got medication for everything. We really, really do. So go ahead on and get it on in, man. Get it on in. Because when you die, you dead. You ain't doing what you want to do. You ain't living the life that you want to live. You really ain't living. You just alive. You was just a breathing vessel. Should I say a breathing vessel? And you unhappy. That's why y'all is taking anxiety medications and depression pills and shit. I'm trying to tell you something. You have been raised and you have been programmed to live the way someone else wants you to live. And that's a fact. You ain't got to be, well, Willie, damn. No, that's a fact. You've been raised, unless the people who had done raised you had this open mind. Unless they had an open mind and be like, there's some things that you may want to do, but you can't tell people that you want to do it. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, growing up, you're not permitted to speak freely, especially like in darker hue households. Like you really couldn't say what you wanted to say. And that goes back to, like I be trying to say, we have been raised with the lie. We have been raised to lie, raised to be unhonest, not honest, just to make the surrounding people feel better. But y'all know that we wouldn't allow children or people wouldn't allow children to ask questions, but if they was to ask questions, they would get punished for asking questions. And then you wonder why children's brains has been stunt, has been shut down, and people don't like to communicate. They get older. The children get older, and they have a problem with communicating because they grew up in a situation where they couldn't even ask questions. Mm-hmm. Say, yes, Willie, I can't believe that some kids grew up not allowed to say someone told a lie. Instead, they would have to say such and such told a story. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy that, right. They kids couldn't even use the word lie. Or you lying. That was almost a cuss word. You have to say that they telling the story. This is how a lot of kids are raised. Mm-hmm. You couldn't say stuff for what it is. Yeah. Stop storying. Instead of stop lying. Yeah. This is just another way that humans was raised to just not be all the way honest and not call things for what they are. You can tell a adult that their breath will stink as a child. That's disrespectful. That's not nice. Instead of the person with the stank breath being in your damn face trying to talk to you, somebody need to tell them that that's not nice. But you'll tell a child that's not nice. Mm-hmm. Well, this person big, this person fat. Oh my God, they're just so fat. That's not nice. You shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say what I see though. But you don't have to say what you see though. All right, man. Got to be more careful. And us as parents, let me help us out. Stop saying stuff to your kids that you can't explain. Listen, man. This is another thing that I want you good people to really, really take time out and think about. I found out the hard way probably like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We be saying stuff and we just can't explain it. And I kind of think that it's yes, we can't explain. I don't want to say that we can't explain it. We just haven't thought about having to explain it. We've never been in a position to have to explain. Mm-hmm. And this is why, in my mind, the older people who was raising kids did not want children to question because they could not explain. And I mean simple stuff. Like, damn it. Let me think of one. Let me think of one. Damn it. Let's just say that you tell a child, we're not gonna do something right now. We're gonna do something later. Well, what is later? It's later in 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, later on today, tomorrow, the next day. Now that may be something really, really easy to explain. And then it may go into something else. Every move you make or everything you say get questioned. We're not programmed to have a response to everything that we say. We is just really, really not. Well, damn it. I had like 5, 6 things in my head. I had to make this example, and it's just like it just left me just then. But and it just be the simplest things though too. I just can't even think about it no more. It is like I should have wrote them down. I should have wrote them down, but it was just right there, and I had these little thoughts. Why? Damn it. Like it's back then, they used to say, give y'all set the pat on the back, give y'all to hit 100 by 16 after the hour. There was a time to where we was told to eat your fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. And then a child would ask, like, why? And typically the answer would be a answer that has been repeated, heard, and repeated. Because it makes you healthy. It makes you feel better. Well, what is healthy? Can y'all explain to a child what is healthy? I think it's coming back to me now. What is healthy? What is vitamins? What is vitamins and minerals? We know these words. I get it. And some people can define these words. But when you're trying to explain to a child on every single thing that you say, it can become frustrating. Say 20 years later, grandkids get McDonald's every night trying to tell you. Yes, and when we cannot explain, the magical line is, 'cause I said so. Yes, that is what we were told. When they can't explain it, don't feel like explaining, and or another one is don't question me. Do not question me. Have you ever questioned a parent or something about religion or something? What is hell? And why kids go to hell? Do kids go to hell? And why God sent kids to hell? Damn it, it's because I said so. If a child asks them things like back to back, a parent, a adult will get frustrated because they never had to answer these questions. Right. Don't question me in front of people. That goes back to we don't have answers. Or we do have the answer, but we've never been questioned. So now we have to come up with a answer, and now it's frustrating because now you got to think, and thinking is a problem. Thinking is is a real problem. Yes, they lose patience quickly. This is why a lot of us, we should not have children. A lot of us, we do not have patience. I think that the majority of parents and guardians, they don't give their children grace, but they want grace. Just saying. Shout out to Dana Dane for being a member for 35 months. Say, hey, sugar. Hey, chat fam. Say, my mama explained that a period is when you bleed and proceeded to throw a maxi pad at me and left it at that. Got to be more careful. A period is just when you bleed. Yeah, see? See, because they never had to answer. Now, if they ever had to answer it before it got to you, then they could have worked up she could have worked up a better response or a better answer if she had to answer that right there before it got to you. And this is why, again, a lot of kids' growth has been stunned. Many adults are the same way. Zero answers or facts for the statements that they make. Yes. And this is what I be trying to tell you good parents out here in these streets. If you don't know, just tell your child, I don't know. Make it a thing of, oh, wow, I never thought of that. I don't know. Let's look this up together. You can bond with your child now. The one thing that I don't want you good parents to be out here doing is giving wrong definitions and giving wrong answers to questions that your child can ask Google and get the right answers to their questions. Because what this will tend to do, because listen, every time your child asks you something, they will go online. Every time they ask you something, make sure you have the right explanation, the right answer for these questions, because after a while, they will do this thing called stop asking you questions. Because now they will come to the conclusion that they cannot depend on you to give the right answer. Mm-hmm. Yes, children will call out your hypocrisy. But Mom, you said this and this. Well, Dad, it's not this, it's this. But how can you say this? And get slapped in their mouth. The hell you gonna question me for? The hell are you questioning me for? Huh? Most of our grandparents weren't educated in schools. Yes. Mm-hmm. You're right about that right there. Mm-hmm. The sad part is, nowadays we have the most so-called educated parents. We have the most degreed parents. And this is still going on. This is literally still going on. A lot of times, because we is educated, and listen, you only educated in the subject that you chose. When you go to school, you get your degree, you is only educated in what you have signed up to learn out here in this group. There's no courses on life. That's the biggest problem. There's no courses of saying what I just had them say. We can't explain shit. Huh? Mm-hmm. I got to take something back to the store. You know. Why you got to take it back to the store? Well, because they gave me the wrong item. Well, what is the right item? Well, the right item would have been such and such and such. Okay, well, why didn't they give you that the first time? Well, you know, humans, they make mistakes. Well, what is a mistake? A mistake is when you is supposed to give somebody something and they give you the wrong thing and you thought that you had and gave them the right thing. But why they just couldn't think about it before they did that and gave you the right thing? Well, I don't know. Sometimes human beings mess up sometimes. What is messing up? Messing up is when you try to do something and it didn't come out the way that you did it. Listen, if you know anything about children, they will keep going on. They will keep going on and on and on and on and on. Mm-hmm. Imagine you sitting there with a child and they just keep on. And that shit is frustrating. It's frustrating because now you realize I have to actually teach a child something. Like, you can't say something and you can't tell a child to do something without being able to explain it. Go and clean your room. Why should I clean my room? Because you don't want your room to be dirty and nasty and smell really, really bad. And you shouldn't eat in your room. Why not? Because you don't want roaches and you don't want spiders and stuff inside of your room. Well, why do roaches eat the food that's left in my room? Because roaches eat anything that they can come across. Well, how roaches get inside of the house if the door's locked and if the windows is closed? Well, that's a good question. Do we have holes in our house that roaches can get into the holes and come inside our house? Well, no, we don't have holes. Well, if we don't have holes, then how do roaches get inside? Well, roaches is really, really small, and roaches can get into tiny little spots and then come into your house. Well, don't that mean that then we got a hole and it's really, really small and they can get into the tiny spots? Well, no, we don't have holes. Damn. Some roaches fly. Some roaches fly, and when you open up the door, they can fly in. Well, if they can fly in when you open up the door, how come we don't never see the roaches fly in? Do they all fly? Well, not all of them, like the big ones, because they have big ones, and like they got like wings and stuff, and that's like the adult flies and stuff. Well, how do the adult flies fly in, and the baby roaches don't fly in? Do the adults carry their babies in when they fly in? No. It's just the big ones fly in, and when they fly in together, when two come together like the birds and the bees, well, is the roaches the birds and the bees? What is the birds and the bees and the roaches do? When the roaches get together, when the adult roaches get together, they make baby roaches. How do they make baby roaches? Well, when you love somebody, you come together and remember the birds and the bees. Yeah, I remember birds and the bees, but these is roaches. So is the roaches the birds and the bees? Do everything is the birds and the bees? Shout out to Deborah for the $2 super chat. He say, my nephew, why paint the building brown? Why they tall? You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Sensei for the $2 super chat. He say, do you really want Patricia to answer questions? Got to be more careful. Listen, man. I have no idea how people could be daycare providers and preschool teachers and kindergarten teachers. Nope. You say, Willie, it's just that easy. A parent can answer questions like you just did while still cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, etc. Patience is key. That's my point. And that's why I was saying earlier, we can answer the questions. We just have not thought about answering the questions, and that's what frustrates us, because we would deem something so simple that we assume that the child should know it by now. You know what I'm saying? But you got to break down this, and this, and this before you get to the point of, because I said so. You must have patience with children. And I think maybe we need to start, maybe there should be standards before you can have children. Maybe there should be tests before you can have children. Maybe there should be stress tests before you can become a parent. You say, Willie, there's no love in roach sex. You see, watch this. I would have just threw that there out because I'm trying to continue with the conversation and explain to the child. But then later on, the child would have done this thing, went right to the phone and or the tablet. Do roaches have sex? Do roaches love each other? Do roaches love and have sex? Huh? You see, and then the internet gonna tell the child a whole other thing, and now I'm the bad guy. When I was just trying to answer the question. But because we was not taught this way, of when you say stuff, be able to explain stuff. We have a difficult time explaining stuff. You say, what's that white stuff, Daddy? Go on in your room and play now. We will throw some children off when they ask us something that we can explain, but we know that there's some things that you shouldn't explain to kids at that moment, you know. Say toothpaste. That's what's up. Well, that's not the way the toothpaste look when I use it, Daddy. Like a child would just, oh my God. Oh my God. You say, hold up. Ain't that why people have Alexa? I am their house, in their house to help them out. Yes. Yes. But the thing about it is parents don't use Alexa or don't want to use Alexa because they want them to be deemed the true authoritative figure, the true person that you need to come to when you have questions, because you don't want to leave it up to the internet and Alexis for your child to get the information from, because then your child really don't need you. You know what I'm saying? You say, why? You say, well, I finished taking my medicine to keep me from getting HIV. That's what I'm talking about. Do your due diligence. Do your job. You say, just after 9/11, my daughter and I was going to fly. She told me the officer, her daddy's gun. Wait. Oh, wait. I'm reading the wrong thing. She told the officer her daddy's gun was bigger than his. Laugh out loud. Hilarious. Okay. Children don't have no, what is that thing? Children just speak. Children really just speak. And this is why they say do not do things round kids. Do not let them see certain things. Yeah. Children have no filters. And I think that's really what makes children honest. That is really what makes children honest, and more honest than adults. More honest than adults. We is so grown. I do what I want to do, say what I want to say, live how I want to live, play how I want to play. We talk so slick, like we is just in control of everything. And the one thing that we is not, honest. It's a problem. How y'all doing? And welcome out, and Willie. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Y'all finna go ahead on and get into this little news on this wonderful SED Friday. We got to start off with some big news right now. We're gonna be in Florida right now. Florida, my state, stand your ground state, bust bitch, go home state. Please don't run up. We're in Fifth Eye Life State. I got something to show y'all real quick. For all of you all need housing. Miami-Dade County freezes Section 8 housing. We done ran out of money.
Well, the popular housing program has been put on pause. Section 8 is frozen in Miami-Dade because it just doesn't have enough money right now. So that means the county is not allowed to issue new rent vouchers or consider new applications. Last year, you might remember this, we saw hundreds of people waiting in line in Hialeah to apply. The federal government provides funding for Section 8. It ordered Miami-Dade to freeze this program after identifying a $45 million shortfall. Right now, there's a wait list of nearly 5,000 people. This is the first freeze of its kind in about 8 years in Miami-Dade.
As people leave the program, we cannot issue that new voucher. So in essence, we've got the car, but we don't have the fuel to drive it. So
as people leave the program, we cannot issue a new voucher. People who leave in the program, we can't use that voucher no more. It's a wrap. It just ain't got that change.
We'll still hold those vouchers. We just can't fuel it until we receive the appropriate funding.
Now, the freeze does not impact residents who are currently enrolled in the Section 8 program.
So all you new heads, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You just gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to hold your application inside your pocket or something like that right there until they go ahead on and lift this right here. Until we can come up with some more money. Until we come up with some more money in Miami-Dade County, you got to pretty much stay with your baby daddy. You got to stay in that relationship. Listen. To all the young girls, down there in Dade County, y'all got to stay with your baby daddies. Stay with your baby daddies or stay with your mamas. Stay with your baby daddies or keep the relationship. You can't get to Section 8 right now. You really, really can't. Moving right along, I don't even want to hold you. Let me show y'all something, man. We got a lot of failure. We got a lot of failures that's going on. Again, I just saw a few things, and it is disgusting and disturbing. This one here, somebody need to be fired. Some people, in my mind, they will get fired. We have a defendant. Somebody who's supposed to be going to court for whatever crime that has been committed. We have a defendant who escaped. We have another escapee. Another escapee out here in the street from a courtroom after he received a 60-month prison sentence. How many years is 60 months? 60 months remind me of a car note. 60. That's 5. That's 5 years. That's a 5-year sentence, right? Go ahead on and put Buddy up on the screen. A defendant escapes. Here we go.
Now to the wild escape and search for a Hennepin County convict. Right now, officials are still searching for 35-year-old Jarrell Martin, who escaped.
How old are you? Because I said so.
For 35-year-old Jarrell Martin,
35.
who escaped over 24 hours ago when he bypassed security after fighting with deputies during his sentencing hearing. Danny Spiewak is here with more on how he got away and how police are tracking him. Danny?
Well, Martin has been on the loose for more than 24 hours now, and I should say this all started yesterday during a sentencing for Martin on a felony weapons possession charge. At the Hennepin County Courthouse on Tuesday morning, Judge Michael Burns sentenced Jarrell Martin to 60 months in prison after he was found guilty in March of illegal possession of ammunition.
Shout out to playoff having tattoos on his neck. Ain't saying people with tattoos on their necks is bad people. I just like to point out I got a tattoo on his neck.
Martin was out on bail, so he wasn't in custody prior to the sentencing. But according to the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, deputies intervened at the sentencing hearing after a woman tried to hand Martin a phone, leading to an altercation. The Sheriff's Office says Martin escaped those deputies, then took off down the stairs of the courthouse after losing his shirt and shoes.
This is, although rare, it does happen.
Ed Obayashi is a national police practices expert who also serves as a deputy sheriff in Modoc County, California.
I hate to say this, but it's much easier to escape from a courtroom that doesn't have bars and locks on it, especially when you're not secured.
After
I don't think he should have said that, but go ahead.
running down the stairs, Martin evaded security throughout the rest of the building and then disappeared.
So he could be anywhere, and they're going to be following their search investigative protocols, etc., to determine where he may be have escaped to.
According to court records, Martin has been convicted previously of multiple felonies and misdemeanors dating back to 2008. Following his escape this week, law enforcement has issued an active warrant for his arrest. But the search continues. Police and law enforcement have not found Martin yet. Court documents list a public defender as his attorney, but our calls to that public defender have not been returned.
That boy ran. That boy ran for 60 months. That boy ran for 5 years. We say the black Jason Bourne. Got to be more careful. Listen, what do he think that he's going to get once he's been caught? And why is y'all running with no money? And why is y'all running with no connect? What is that about? What is that about? We not thinking things through. We just run. Listen, you only know your mama, maybe your grandma how. You know what I'm saying? You probably got a la or two. But that's about it. You 35 and still going through whatever you going through. You supposed to be laid up with a family or something, or just being single, popping and locking out here. You know what I'm saying? But no, you want to do whatever crime that you had done did, and now you got to run when you got sentenced. Got to be more careful. Somebody should be fired. Somebody got to be let go and retrained out here in these streets. But Buddy went on ahead on to say, I hate to say it though, but you know it easy. It real easy when they don't got like chains and bars and stuff down there at the play. You weren't supposed to say that, pimp. I don't think that. No, you weren't supposed to say that right there. Not at all. What do we have here? We got a bond has been denied. Hold on. Bond has been denied for a let me put up on this one. Bond has been denied for a father. What is a daddy? A father who was accused of killing his infant daughter, mother of child. It's a killing infant daughter, mother of child. So did he try to kill both? Here we go.
New at midday from Newport News, bond has been denied for a father accused of killing his infant daughter and the girl's mother.
Oh, he killed both of them. Domestic love.
Carlos Johnson was arrested in February, roughly 8 years after Kier Johnson and their daughter Chloe went missing. 10 Your Side's Nick Broadway joins us live on why bond was denied and has
why he killed her though.
New information about this case. Nick?
Yeah, good afternoon. Carlos Johnson appeared mostly emotionless in court today, only breaking his expression a couple of times to pass a slight glare at the Commonwealth's attorney. Many of his family members were there, as well as family of Kier and baby Chloe. Today's hearing was about whether or not bond should be set at all for Carlos Johnson. Defense attorneys argued Carlos is not a flight risk since he stayed in town for 8 years at his own house.
He's not a flight risk. He stayed in the community for 8 long years working and paying taxes, so he's really not a flight risk.
Also has several family members in town. Now, they went on to argue that he stayed employed at Smithfield Packing and the only evidence against Carlos is circumstantial in their mind. The Commonwealth's attorneys say he stayed because he thought he got away with murder. They conceded to the evidence
Oh, he killed both of them. Why?
being circumstantial, but says there's a lot of it. Attorneys then explained how the couple thought Kier couldn't get pregnant at first. Then, when she did, he reportedly tried convincing her to get an abortion.
Stop. They thought that she couldn't get pregnant, so he's just smashing and shooting up the club. He doing, you know what I'm saying? He going raw. He is going raw. And then she done messed around by mistake on purpose. End up pregnant.
The couple thought Kier couldn't get pregnant at first. Then, when she did, he reportedly tried convincing her to get an abortion, saying he didn't want the child.
He didn't want the child. He didn't want the child. He loved the relationship, how they got it going right now. Damn it, we thought that we couldn't have no goddamn baby. I don't want no damn baby now. You know what I'm saying? We is having us a good doggone time. And you gonna keep the baby. You just gonna keep the baby. I don't want the baby.
After Kier started taking Carlos to court for child support.
After she started taking him to court for child support, I want y'all to think about this right here. They in a relationship. They is together. He don't want the child. Obviously, she wants the child. So deductive reasoning lets us know that that discussion ended the relationship. Because it ended the relationship, because she felt some type of way, what would she have done? And that was put him on child support. Because you going to take care of the baby whether you want the baby or not. But remember, if she didn't want the baby, she could have went on down there and had it sucked on out of her and kept on with her goddamn life. You know, if he wanted the baby, there was nothing that he could do to punish her for not keeping the baby, right? That's the difference. I know what y'all thinking, but if he ain't want no baby, they shouldn't be having sex. Well, then let's just agree with that right there, and let's take abortion off the table for every woman. You see how that works? Go ahead.
Started taking Carlos to court for child support. The mom and daughter disappeared, with Kier's phone pinging at Carlos's house before disconnecting.
Took him to child support. She took him to child support. He removed them off earth. I want y'all to pay attention. When these dudes, especially about children, when dudes don't want a child, ladies, either you go on about your goddamn business and you have your baby, do not pressure that man into taking care of your baby. Don't do it. You may end up like this.
They believe Carlos had a friend use his car to build an alibi while he used Kier's car, taking it to the James River Bridge before turning around. The Commonwealth's attorneys were concerned for the safety of witnesses and also argued that the death of an 8-month-old is reason enough for him to be a potential danger to the public. And after minutes of silence, the judge then decided bond will not be allowed. There would be no bond for Carlos Johnson.
I don't like that right now. Did y'all hear what was just said? After he knocked off the baby, now he's a threat to the public?
Safety of witnesses, and also argued that the death of an 8-month-old before turning around. The Commonwealth's attorneys were concerned for the safety of witnesses and also argued that the death of an 8-month-old is reason enough for him to be a potential danger to the public.
The reason enough for him to be a potential danger to the public. He knocked off the baby because he don't want the child. This was personal. This was personal. The people who was a problem in his life has been removed. How is he a threat to the public?
And after minutes of silence, the judge then decided bond will not be allowed. There would be no bond for Carlos Johnson. His next hearing is set for August 21st.
Dang right, he didn't even run nowhere.
Later on Wavy News 10, hear what the Commonwealth's attorney had to say about where Carlos Johnson went in the months leading up to his arrest. Live in Newport News, Nick.
Imagine all of you people who have gotten off with murder. And years later, somebody come on back and arrest you, dog. That has to really, really hurt. That has to really, really hurt. Damn, I thought I got away with killing this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I thought I won. And came back with me, boy, and got me. Got to be more careful. Decisions. I want y'all to understand. They thought she could not get pregnant, and they did. So when the baby pop up, let me see. If he didn't want the baby, in my mind, he didn't want a baby at all. So I want to say it like this right here. I do believe, like in the beginning, they was using protection because he didn't want a baby. When they came to the conclusion, I don't know how they would come to the conclusion without going to the doctor and the doctor letting them know, hey, you're not going to be able to carry a child. If they did not do that right there, I don't even understand how black folks even come up with that thought process, and or women come up with that thought process. Well, I just keep having sex, and I've been having sex a long, long time. I must can't have no baby. How y'all come up with that right now? And will not go and get it checked out to see if your opinion is correct. But in my mind, he was probably smashing, he was probably scrapping up when they were first hunching, and then came to the conclusion of, I don't think that I can have a child. And then with the smashing raw. And then you pregnant. Or maybe she lied and she was trying to get pregnant. Maybe they was using protection a few years and she came up with this little scheme. I'm just going to tell him that I can't get pregnant. We've been having sex all this time and now they get pregnant and you've been using the condom. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. I want him to just keep on skeeting on him because I want this baby. I don't want him. I want this baby. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, ladies, I want y'all to understand, a lot of times when y'all tell the dude who y'all is in a relationship with that y'all is pregnant and you gonna keep the baby, a lot of times, the dudes that really like the woman, they tend to stay in the relationship when she decides to keep the child, but he don't want the child. Huh? I hope y'all caught that right there. The men who don't want the child, but tend to stay in the relationship is really because he loves that woman. He don't want the damn baby, but he cannot force her to get an abortion. The reason he will still stay or they stay in a relationship is because he loves her. Men who don't want that goddamn baby and don't really love her like that right now, this relationship is over. The relationship is over. Now, sometimes a dude, he can really, really love a chick. He don't want the child. She wants to keep the baby. And he says, I don't want the child. I don't want a kid. And they get into an argument. She will break up with him because she's upset that he don't want their child. Missing the point that she wants you, not the child or y'all's child. So it's probably like 2-3 different ways that this thing could have gone. But anyway, ladies, and watch your mouth when you're putting players on child support. Watch your mouth. Stop forcing dudes to be daddies. I know what y'all think, but if you ain't want to be no daddy, then you should have done it. Got it. You want to be hard-headed, or you want to keep putting your life in danger? You want to be hard-headed or keep putting your life in danger? I got a story for, no. Dog, we got to go ahead on and get on into this right here. Got a story. All right. It's 12:50. Y'all, we screaming live everywhere. We everywhere, and everywhere y'all at, go ahead on and hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button. I do need your support around here in these streets. I'm going to show y'all a story. I'm going to show y'all a story, which is crazy because it's happened a year ago. It happened a year ago, and I do believe that I did this story. I do believe I did this story because seeing the thumbnails, I could have not let this story pass, and I did not do the story. So I truly believe that I did this doggone story. Well, this is an update from this incident happening a year ago. The sad story. And this is why people, but you ladies, have to be careful when y'all is arguing back and forth with each other. Y'all females be out here arguing about what we would deem petty, but my man, it be over some meat. If it's over some meat, it's not petty. It's not petty. But a lot of y'all just be arguing for silly stuff, and a lot of times, especially when it's darker hue versus lighter shade black women. Black on black crime is a real problem out here in these streets. The colorism thing is really an issue, and a lot of lighter skinned did it. Like the AKAs, the brown paper bag girls, and the red bones, and all that, the high yellows. Darker hue chicks typically had problems with all of those other hues. And a lot of times they would cut y'all face up, they'll do something to you really, really bad. Well, it seems to me that these darker hues that these dark hues that I'm about to show you got upset with a lighter hue, but black, a lighter shade, and went on ahead and attacked that baby with some acid. Let me go and put this up on the screen for you. Look. This video is a year ago. But we got some updated footage. But here we go.
Hearing from the family of a Wichita.
Well, we got updated story.
A teen who police say had acid poured on her face last month in an attack. This comes as one of the two suspects in the case makes her first appearance in court today. 12 News reporter Kel Chapman spoke with the victim's family about the case's progress.
Terania West, one of two suspects accused of throwing acid on 18-year-old Passion Turner's face in May, was in court today for the first time. She's being charged with felony aggravated battery. Wichita police say the incident started as a fight when a suspect threw acid on Turner's face. Turner later went to a hospital with second-degree burns on her face and neck. The second suspect, Yakira Hollins, bonded out of jail and is scheduled to appear in court on the 20th. Turner's sister, Paris Polite, says she's happy to see action, but that more
this the baby that had done got burnt up. Little lighter skinned did it. Yeah.
Needs to be done.
I'm happy that something's being done. Do I think it's enough? No. But I am happy that something's being done. I am hoping that once the other girl is caught, that her charges will be much more severe.
Wichita police are working to find a third suspect, a 16-year-old girl from Topeka.
Kansas isn't that big. Topeka isn't that big. So I know that someone has seen her. If you see her, please alert the police so she can pay for what she did to my sister.
And
Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. So it also seems to me that they threw the acid on her, and then they fought her because her lip is swollen. So they fought her and throw acid. Where's y'all getting acid from, though? Where's you good people getting acid from out here in these streets?
Fight won't rest until justice is served.
The severity of the case and what they did, I don't think that they deserve a slap on the wrist. My sister didn't get a slap on the wrist. She got a burnt face.
Facts.
I didn't take that lightly. I'm not taking it lightly. I'm not letting up. I'm not gonna let it go. They have to pay.
I'm not letting up. I'm not letting go. I'm glad that she is one who will not say, I forgive them. I'm so glad she's not one of those.
In Wichita, Kel Chapman, 12 News.
Got to be more careful. Look. This could have been some jealousy. I promise you.
12 News.
This could have been some jealousy here. She could have been one who was out here slick rapping this shit with your black ass. That's probably what she was not. God damn it, your black ass. You know. Oh. Y'all ain't saw them. Don't even worry about it. Let me go ahead on to show you who the young girls that they talking about, who is the problem out here in these streets. Hold on. Go and put them on up here. There you go. Yeah. Yakiria. Hold on. Yakira Hollins to the left. So I'm guessing that this her because it's to my left. And Tayrania. Tayrania. We call her Tay for short. Yeah, no. Tayrania. Yeah. That's them. Let's see. Let's roll it back up here. Bam, bam, bam. So one of the three sentenced to prison for the acid attack in Wichita. Let's see. So this is a video from 2024. And it may be the video that we just saw, but I don't remember. Let's see. Let's back it on up.
But still in the hospital after that attack over the weekend. Today, she posted some pictures on her social media. KAKE's Nick Nelson spoke with the girl's sister about her road to recovery. He joins us live in West Wichita with that story. Nick?
Oh, so she posted her own pictures on social media to show them hope, bitch, I'm still good. And I'm still cute. You know what I'm saying? Got to be more careful. Jesus.
Yeah, Deb, the attack happened here on the 400 block of North Dodge on Sunday. Now, we spoke with the teen's sister, and she says she's just looking for answers and for justice. Now, we want to warn you, some of the following photos that we're about to show you, some may find disturbing.
She's smiling. She's in really, really good spirits.
Paris Polite says her little sister, 17-year-old Passion Turner, is on the road to recovery after getting acid thrown in her face during a fight in front of a friend's house. These photos show her face seriously burned.
I look at her as not only my sister, but that's my child. A lot of pain. It hurts. I've been upset every day. Every time I see her face, I can't help but to cry.
She want to whoop one of them hoes. You know what I'm saying? And that mean, I'm with you.
Passion is continuing to recover in a hospital.
Ooh, boy, you couldn't tell her nothing. Hold on. Boy, you couldn't tell her she wasn't raw.
Every time I see her face, I can't help but to cry.
Passion is
You couldn't tell her nothing. I think that the mother girl's jealous.
Continuing to recover in a hospital in Wichita. However, the family is still looking for answers, and Wichita police are still looking for the suspect.
So acetone and bleach creates the acid thing?
No arrest has been made. The police have the video. They have everything. I'm not a criminal justice major, so I don't really know how the process works. But I would think that there would have been an arrest by now.
Polite says it was a targeted attack by other teens who know her sister that caused all this pain. Although Passion is expected to get out of the hospital in about a week, her sister says it's still going to be a long road ahead. She hopes telling her sister's story will help spread the word to end the violence.
Go to school, do something different, travel, get a trade. There's so much more to life. And I understand that young people may not get that yet. They have to go through it. Some of them have to bump their heads, but just listen, just do something different.
Listen, just do something different. Shout out to David for being a member for 34 months. He says, so her sister doesn't know who she was fighting. That's what it seemed like back then. It's a shame. Which is also a shame because the one who got acid attacked, she should have known who she was fighting, and she should have been able to tell her sister, oh, it was such and such and such at the time. But this is in the earlier stages of the incident. Well, after the incident. Let me scroll on down. Now let's see what they're talking about, because this video accompanying this article originally aired last year, May the 2029. You say one of the 3 people accused of attacking a 17-year-old acid girl with acid last year has been sentenced to nearly 3 years. Wow, that's it? 3 years? According to the county records, Judge Tyler Rausch on Friday sentenced 19-year-old Yakira Hollins to 34 months. A jury found her guilty for aggravated battery on April the 30th. And this is her. That one right there got 34 months. 34 months. On May the 26th, Passion Turner had acid thrown on her face during an altercation in West Wichita. She later arrived at an area hospital with 2nd-degree burns to her face and neck. And they say a co-defendant, 19-year-old Tay, we call her Tay for short, Tay West, is scheduled for trial on September the 19th. She and a 3rd suspect, who was 16 at the time of the attack, are charged with aggravated battery. That is crazy. 34 months for this? Wow. She say a little C's face. Got to be more careful. Bleach and ammonia mix. Now that's powerful. That's really, really powerful. Yeah, it was multiple girls. It was 3 of them. 3 of them with aggravated assault. So they jumped her. Why does 3 girls have a problem with 1? Typically, it's one who has a problem, but then the friends want to have a problem too, which is, I guess I get it. I can almost guarantee that this is over 1 or 2 things. Some meat or some slick rapping. Mm-hmm. God, she don't look like this right here no more. It is a wrap. But can she come? Now I think that she can come back from it. I think she could come back, but not like an all the way thing. And I think that she's going to have to move out of the community. I think she needs to just go ahead on and relocate and get from around there. Get around a whole different 20, 25 miles of people. Those people need to be new to her, you know. Got to be more careful. So, ladies, if you're out here cute, oh, hating on you. Watch them. Stop getting in fights. Now, I know young people, they got to learn. And she was 17 when this didn't happen. But y'all need to start talking to the teenagers and letting them know this can happen to you. This can literally happen to you. Stop fighting. Stop. What is that thing called? Stop accepting the fight. I do understand that a lot of y'all cute girls, you pretty girls, you all do not initiate the fights. And you shouldn't. You should not initiate the fights. Stop accepting the fights. Especially when you is in the community, when you around your own little spot or something like that right there. Take your behind in the house. I tried to see if she had to go fund me, but she don't. Or didn't, because this would have been last year. And that's strange that she does not have a GoFundMe. I put her name in and nothing. But let me try to put, real quick, let me put acid attack. Let me see. Acid attack. No, there's a whole bunch of acid attack. Oh, I got her. Look at me. Look at me on my jaw. Look. Help Passion overcome acid attack trauma. I do believe that I did this story. They asked for $7.5K. They got over 8. That's all that they ask for. I don't understand, but this is crazy. Hi, I am Paris. So her sister name, who was speaking, is Parrish, and her name is Passion. Wow, that's what's up. That's what's up. I am Paris, the sister of Passion. On May the 26th, my sister was attacked and had acid thrown on her face. She is currently in the hospital. We do have insurance. In case y'all don't know, we got insurance, but insurance will not cover any cosmetic surgeries that she may need, as well as helping her to relocate. That is great. See what I had done said? Baby, maybe you need to go ahead on and relocate, get to a whole nother area with some new people around you. This is a devastating time, and we are asking for help. Anything will help. We greatly appreciate it, and we know God is good and in control. Please keep her and our family in your prayers. That's what's up. She had the same thought that I had. You got to relocate now. You got to start your life somewhere else. Start it somewhere else. You say, but the insurance will not cover cosmetic surgery. And she's right, though. She is absolutely correct. The insurance does not cover cosmetic surgeries. It just don't. And she going to need more than $8,000. Oh, she going to need way more than $8,000. Yes, she would need many rounds of cosmetic surgery. You say, so why didn't her God protect her from this issue? That is a hell of a question right there. Hell of a question right there. Just, a lot of people, they ask that question. A lot of believers, they ask that question, but they ask that question quietly. They don't say it out loud because they be scared. They be scared. They don't want people to respond to that right there. But anyway, the GoFundMe is now closed. The GoFundMe is now closed, and they reached their goal. I would love to reach my goal out here in these doggone streets, because I also have a GoFundMe. And here, let me go on and put up my GoFundMe. And I changed my picture too, y'all. I changed my picture on my GoFundMe. I removed the dogs. And I just put myself back up there. I just put myself back up there. I said that I was going to do a video or something. I might need to do a video outside, like on the swing or something. You know what I'm saying? I just may do me a video on the swing or something. Yeah. I may say like for what YT had done did and destroying my channel, now it has me on the swing on the daily. To build my mental stability back up or something. I come up with some fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Or I just may use AI to write me some, and then I just read from it. It's something like that is going to happen. Bam, move right along. I ain't going to even hold you. We got another situation where I do believe that people need to just go ahead on and be fired too. Hold on, do I want to add? Is it this one? It's that one. Some of y'all just going to have to be fired too. Wait. Do I want to do the 3-minute one? I think the 2-minute one will be all right. This one right here will be all right. We have a situation that had done transpire. Hold on. They say, Willie, you have to put your children baby picture on there. Oh, I should do that right there, right? I should put my baby picture up there. You know. I don't know, because I am royalty, so it may word. Sugarland, Texas up in the house. What it do? Hashtag Willie say hush. Bam, we got an incident. A social media video shows a man with a gun behind bars in the criminal justice center. Here we go.
And tonight there are questions about a Facebook video that shows a man inside the Shelby County Criminal Justice Center with what appears to be a gun.
The sheriff's office says it's launched an internal and criminal investigation into this matter. WREG's Raven Copeland joins us live from the CJC. And Raven, tell us, how does law enforcement plan to keep people safe with something like this happening?
Raven, look a little tall right there.
Yeah, Greg and Stephanie. So right now, there are already security measures in place, such as metal detectors and law enforcement officers inside the building, which is why there are questions about how a gun was possibly entered inside. There are also several signs about the prohibition of firearms and weapons. Now, this is what we know so far.
Notice she's standing at a sign that says no firearms allowed.
From officials. We're told that the Shelby County Sheriff's Office told staff members about the incident today, and they're working to get to the bottom of it. Since this is under investigation, the person in this video has not yet been identified. There are also questions about when exactly this incident happened. Investigators are also working to determine if the gun shown in the video was real. As authorities gather more information about this incident, they're making sure that everyone who enters this building is safe.
Anyone who enters 140 Adams Courthouse or 201 Poplar will see that right away both the Sheriff's Department and MPD has added staff. So we have additional deputies and police officers in both buildings to ensure that the people who come in to do business there, the people who have cases there, the staff, the elected officials, and the judges are all safe.
Yeah, a whole phone and a gun. People on Facebook, listen. Man.
Now, ahead at 10, you'll hear from officials about the role that mental health plays in incidents like this and Memphis crime overall. Reporting live from the Shelby County Criminal Justice Center, for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG News Channel 3.
Listen. I don't like the way that
this and Memphis crime
I don't like the way that she's doing her mouth. But I don't know if she needs to do her mouth the way she's doing her mouth to keep the professional speech going or something. I'm not sure. But her mouth is moving different, like it's doing something different. Hold on. I've seen this before. With a lot of reporters. Well, with a few reporters, but, you know.
Mental health plays in incidents like this and Memphis crime overall. Reporting live from the Shelby County Criminal Justice Center, for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG News Channel 3.
Following another big story.
And I do get that. It takes practice. Listen. It takes practice, and whatever you need to do to be able to speak the way that they want you to speak that speak, you just got to do what you got to do. I get it. It just don't.
That mental health plays in incidents like this.
Say that's a pink cocaine mouth. Don't do that. Don't do that to the sister. She's just trying to do her job. Hell, and shout that baby out for having her reel, because I do believe that this is her reel. She just got it flat ironed or something like that right there.
And Memphis crime overall. Reporting live from the Shelby County Criminal Justice.
Because it's like her mouth is just with every word, which, hey, I guess that's how you're supposed to do it. You say her eyebrows is throwing you off. Got to be more careful. She got wide receiver shoulders. Boy, y'all is a mess. How y'all gonna talk about my peer? How y'all gonna just talk about my peer in front of me like that right there? Somebody need to be fired. Somebody need to be fired out here in these doggone streets. How in the hell they get? How do they get a gun and a phone? And this fool go live on Facebook. Somebody looked out for Buddy. I'm going on to bring your that fire with you. I'm bring that fire in there. I'm give you a little something. And I'm gonna give you a phone. So go on Facebook and show the gun. Knowing he gonna get some more time. God, that is really, really stupid. Let's see what some of the comments say. These ninjas are bigger dummies than we know of. This is why I'm like, you is behind bars. You say his girlfriend. 9 times out of 10, yeah, I had them bought him a phone and a gun. Mm-hmm. Probably one of the employees who worked there. She was probably an employee. They say y'all asking the wrong questions. Who was a deputy at the security checkpoint? Yes. How the hell he get past the metal detectors? This has to be somebody on the inside. You say it's Memphis, and not surprising. It's not about mental health. It's about knowledge of of only one way to live, the wrong way. And I don't know how it can be said they ensure safety when it's clearly unsafe again. That's a fact. Memphis, just like New Orleans, you have incompetent people in charge, officers, officials are negligent of their duties. Officials are officers. Nope, that has an R. Officials have an L. Got it. The usual suspects. Leave him alone. He has been oppressed for 500 years and have not been given opportunity. Say it's not his fault. He is this way. You got a good point. Blame the white man. Blame the white man. Ever since they brought him over here from Africa, he been having a hard time. Shout out to Andre for the $1 cash out. You say her mouth moves like the PJs cartoon. Did you say the PJs? Like the PJs or the PI? I mean, is that a J or I? I think that's the PJs, like the PJs cartoon. Got to be more careful. Be more careful. Y'all gonna stop talking about her. Y'all gonna stop talking about her. The dirty ass staff smuggle it in. Stop playing. That's pretty much the only way that it got back there. Pretty much the only way. Because they check people at the door, right, for weapons, right? Right. They got the metal detectors and stuff. Fire everybody. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. Now, I talked about this right here yesterday. I got this right here. Listen, I got this right here for you. And I said you people is the problem. We talked about an incident. Let me grab that, push that. We talked about an incident yesterday to where people in this summer have decided to have pop-up parties in apartment complexes where they don't live. Well, possibly they can't afford to live. And it is affecting our lighter hue brothers and sisters out here because they live in the quiet apartment complexes, and all they want for their apartment complexes to remain quiet. I don't blame them. I back them 100%. So I did the story yesterday, and I showed y'all the videos of how they was just taking over this apartment complex, and they all at the water and stuff because it has its own access to like a little beach thing. You know, they get the kayak and rowboat and all that fly stuff right there by living in the apartment complex. I'm like, that's a fly apartment complex. You got access to a pool. Well, no, to a beach. Well, this story is showing they have been popping up at other apartment complexes. What is wrong with you people? Here you go.
We told you about the Runaway Bay apartments experiencing chaos and trespassing on their property. Now this condo unit on the east side of Columbus experiencing the exact same thing. They reached out to us for help.
I know that some people already left. They're going to leave this area because it's not safe anymore.
People is moving out. So this complex, like the other complex, losing money. It's just stupid. Y'all ain't doing that.
Crews replacing the stairs near the pool at McNaughton Commons condos after trespassers at a massive pop-up party wrecked the property. Waxiam Najiri lives right next to the pool and says this past Tuesday was the biggest party yet.
I don't know why the managers of the property here let this happen.
Pop-up parties are becoming notorious in Columbus. Hundreds of uninvited guests overwhelm property amenities, making themselves right at home.
All the people are not living here, the invaders.
Ludmila Smirnov says she's tired of the loud music, drug use, and parking lot disorder. She's turning to the property management after police said they're limited in what they can do.
It's not safe anymore. Who knows, maybe they have guns or whatever. They're teenagers. They're not mature people.
McNaughton Commons are owned by Onyx Realty. They tell us trespassers climb the pool house roof to get to the pool. Yeah. Word is often spread on social media about these parties.
The managers of the property need to devise ways and means of really handling this issue.
We spoke with another renter wanting to stay anonymous at Runaway Bay. He's moving out next month for fear of his own safety and well-being.
They need to have a security company here
Yeah, I'm scared. I hear a noise, and I'm scared.
I tried to speak with Runaway Bay management yet again, but to no avail. People at these properties say they just want a peaceful place to live, but their current living situation is anything but. On your side, Aaron Simonek, AB.
This was them yesterday. This was the one I showed y'all yesterday with all these doggone people right here.
Just want a peaceful place to live, but their current living situation is anything
Bad bodies and all. Boy.
but.
A few lighter hues, just
On your side, Aaron Simonek, ABC 6 News.
Thanks for. I back that up. By that done said some. Look at these fools.
Overwhelmed property amenities, making themselves right at home.
All the people.
And then, like the police say, like they really can't do anything. The apartment complex, they need to have the it's kind of let me know that the apartment complex does not have the trespass signs up. Do y'all know that if you don't have a trespass signs up, like even in your yard, even at your home, you must have a private property and or a trespass sign for any actions to be taken if somebody jumps your gate or be like on your property. Then it's something like that right there, which is just a shame.
Are not living here. The invaders.
Ludmila
They are invaders. She sounds like she's a Republican and she is against the immigrants and the immigration thing that has been going on. Shout that baby out.
Smirnoff says she's tired of the loud music, drug use, and parking lot disorder.
Loud music, drug use, parking lot disorder. Loud music, drug use. I can't stand loud music no more. It's damn shame. So I understand that, sister. Damn it, she's sick of it. You want peace when you go in your home.
The invaders.
Ludmila Smirnoff says she's tired of the loud music, drug use, and parking lot disorder. She's turning to the property management after police said they're limited in what they can do.
It's not safe anymore. Who knows? Maybe they have guns or whatever. They're teenagers.
Maybe they had notice she say maybe they have guns, and then she say they're teenagers. So in her mind, teenagers have guns. In my mind, teenagers have guns. The things that change. Remember back when we was coming up, people did not believe or even have a thought of the majority of teenagers or a large amount of teenagers carry guns. You didn't have that thought coming up. Now, shit, the teenagers got more guns than the adults. It's a doggone shame.
They're not mature people.
McNaughton Commons
They not mature.
are owned by Onyx Realty. They tell us trespassers climb the pool house roof to get to the pool. Word is often spread on social media about these parties.
And then when you get called monkeys, that's racist. Y'all climbing the roof to get in. That's monkey behavior.
The managers of the property need to devise ways and means of really handling this issue.
Yes, there needs to be a no trespass sign and communication with law enforcement. I want them to be prosecuted for trespassing.
Spoke with another renter wanting to stay anonymous at Runaway Bay. He's moving out next month for fear of his own safety and well-being.
They need to have.
They've destroyed the door. Look at this shit.
It's at Runaway Bay. He's moving out next.
Look at that. The door's been destroyed.
Next month for fear of his own safety and
They had to put plastic wraps and black tape up there. Jesus.
Being.
They need to have a security company here. Yeah, I'm scared. I hear a noise, and I'm scared.
I tried to speak with Runaway Bay management yet again, but to no avail. People at these properties say they just want a peaceful place to live, but their current living situation is anything but.
You mean to tell me that people couldn't find nowhere else, no beach or pool? What happened to, where's the community pools? Where's the community pools that they don't have to go to apartment complex pools? There got to be some type of community park or something. You know, parks and programs. Nah, they just destroying shit. I just don't understand. I really don't understand. Let me go ahead and get them out the way. Ooh, we got an update. Hold on, let me make sure I'm Getting everything off of my thing. Well, who attacked? Oh, this. Oh, yeah. I like this right here. Hell, if y'all just not coming on in, I need the support. Is we even over 200? Is we over 200 with the thumbs up? Let me see. We over 200 with the thumbs up. Give yourself a pat on the back. I appreciate that right there. No matter where y'all is at. Subscribe. Share. Y'all know I'm fighting an uphill battle, man. Y'all know I'm fighting an uphill battle out here, trying to stay relevant without me crashing out. You know, I shouldn't have to crash out to stay relevant, right? I need the support. I really do need the support. Why y'all be thinking I be faking? But I really, really do. So again, we're screaming everywhere. And if you is everywhere, help a player out. Bam. He say swimming in boots. He say, Willie, she looks confused and confident at the same damn time out here in these streets. He say, don't you put the dye in the pool in case you pee in the pool. You know who did it, right? For real. And y'all know we be peeing in the pools. We be peeing and pooing in the pool. That's what's up. Swimming in a wife beater. You already know. We got a situation, and damn it, I got to talk to my illegal brothers and sisters, and I also have to talk to my immigrant brothers and sisters who have came over, but y'all have not became citizens yet. Came over, have not became citizens yet. Or you've been here a long time and you think it's sweet. I have a situation right here. A woman who attacked two teens in a Florida road rage. Listen, when you is not legal to be in this goddamn country, you better watch your mouth. You better watch your mouth. You better watch your actions. Be careful. We have a woman who had attacked two teens in Florida in a road rage case, being turned over to ICE. Listen, y'all got to stop it.
A woman convicted of battery on two teenage girls after a case of road rage faces potential deportation. I'm Chandler Morgan in for Tanika Hughes.
And I'm Ben Becker. New tonight, a judge found Jessica Goncalves guilty after hearing testimony. Action Jax confirmed with ICE that she's from Brazil and is not a legal U.S. citizen.
Not a legal citizen. You got to get this from up under your chin. That's a weight issue, baby. Weight issue. And why your hair so close to your eyebrow? Go ahead.
Action Jack's Alexis Clevenger is live outside the Duval County Courthouse. Alexis, the woman walked out of the courtroom, but not in handcuffs.
Ben and Chandler, a judge sentenced her to 6 months probation for attacking two teenage girls in a 2024 road rage incident. But due to her legal status, an ICE spokesperson says now it'll be up to an immigration court to decide if she has a legal path to remain in the U.S.
I find that the defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's the verdict from a Duval County judge for 31-year-old Jessica Goncalves. She's the woman seen in this video arguing with two teens last year. JSO says the fight started after one of the teens accidentally cut Jessica off while they were waiting in line at a charter school. They both get out of the car and things get physical fast. You can see Goncalves grab one of the girls by her sleeve and yank her forward. Thursday, Goncalves took to the stand to tell her side of the story.
And y'all don't be believing that people be saying that damn females are violent. Females is really, really aggressive. Really violent. You just got to catch them on camera.
Thursday, Goncalves took to the stand to tell her side of the story.
And I grabbed her sleeve and were to show that my children are in the car.
Her defense attorney said,
I grabbed her sleeve. Hold on. I grabbed her sleeve in order to show her my children was in the car. So just saying that my kids is in the car and you hadn't cut me off and you probably could have smashed into me wasn't enough. Just to say it. You had to do this thing called prove it. Got it.
Her defense attorney says all she wanted to do was let the driver who cut her off know that she was protecting her kids.
That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. That's why I had to grab her and to damn it try to prove it to her.
There was a language barrier when she was trying to speak to her. The girls didn't take her serious. They were laughing at her.
Meanwhile, the teens testified and described their thought processes during the incident.
Out of my car, and I was looking at the person that was in the car, and I had my hands like this, and I was asking what happened, what's wrong. The first time it was as she was approaching me, and she had put her arms out and she had touched my chest. I was asking her what was wrong with her, and I was just very scared.
And their
She touched my chest.
family sent Action News Jax a statement saying, "All we wanted was for her to understand that you can't do this to people, especially children, and get away with it." Now, ICE initially told us that upon completion of local charges, Goncalves would be turned over to ICE, but now they say that they will have more information at a later date. For local coverage, you can count on Live Downtown, Alexis Clark.
So all that slick rapping and all that popping off in traffic and, you know what I'm saying, being loud. Y'all got to watch yourself. You got to watch yourself because, hey, you just may get something back. Be careful. When you're not in the position, you got to humble yourself. But I'm guessing because she had kids in the car and she was afraid and they cut her off and they could have harmed her and her babies. She did not think about being deported. She just thought that she was doing a good deed by checking them and letting them know, watch where you're going the next time. With her aggressive ass. Look, watch. They said it was a language barrier and they did not take her serious. They were laughing at her. Go
For 31-year-old Jessica Goncalves. She's the woman seen in this video arguing with two teens last year.
Did y'all see that right there? You crazy. Remember the language barrier. You crazy. Now let me grab your ass. Look, watch.
She's the woman seen in this video arguing with two teens last year. JSO says the fight started after one of the teens accidentally cut Jessica off while they were waiting in line at a charter school.
Accidentally cut her off while waiting in line at a charter school. So she wasn't even going fast like that. Shout out to Andre for the $1 cash app. He say, why that man lying about protecting the kids? He say, why that man? Why that man? That's a man with tights on. Got to be more careful. Hold on.
While they were waiting in line at a charter school, they both get out of the car and things get physical fast. You can see Goncalves grab one of the girls by her sleeve and yank her forward. Thursday, Goncalves.
So they was pulled over. They in grass. Or in like the dirt. So she just had to show up.
You can see Goncalves grab one of the girls by her sleeve. She
is really aggressive. David's really aggressive. If you don't follow her instructions, you say that's Fat Joe. You is lying to me. Listen, if you don't follow her instructions, that bitch will grab you. She'll put hands on you. So just imagine if she would do this to the teens, she would do this to a babe, to a child, right? To a little bitty baby, and she'll do this to her man. You say that's Fat Joe? That's Fat Joe in disguise.
Thursday, Goncalves took to the stand
Goncalves.
tell her side of the story.
That's a Brazilian name, Goncalves. I don't like how this shit right here so like the top of her, like it's just It's just wrong. It just don't look like it go. It don't go together. You need a tape. She got to tape that back or something like that right there because it's like too close to her eyebrows. Too close, and you need bigger earrings. We need to do bigger earrings, and you got to unbuckle this right here to bring some sex appeal back or something like that. But moving right along, I ain't gonna even much hold you. This is just a learning lesson. It is really just a learning lesson. Watch your mouth out here, Always having your brain. I can be deported. Unless you wanted to be deported, then you do. Hell, you just do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to be deported and you want to stay here for a good little minute, you want to keep staying here, you got to bow out. You say she looks like a soprano. She do. She really, really do. You have to bow down gracefully or bow out gracefully. Yeah. that what you need to do? $200 for a transmission. Who doing that? Oh, that's for a Jeep Liberty. Man, $200? That's what's up. Yada yada yada. You say it's water weight? It's water weight. That's what's up. I can believe it. I can believe it. A lot of y'all listen, water, which is kind of crazy because we be having a lot of water weight, and we still supposed to drink like a gallon of water a day or something like that, or is it like the 8 ounces? Hold on. Is they still telling us the 8 ounces? How many ounces of water a human's supposed to drink a day? Between 14 and 18 years old, 8 to 11 cups, 64 to 84 ounces. Men 19 and older, 13 cups. Women 19 and older, 9 cups. Pregnant women, 10 cups. Daily water intake. How do we come up with these numbers? From ages of 14 to 18, it's 11 cups. 19 is 13 cups. So 18 is 11 cups. 19 is just 2 more cups. So if my birthday was yesterday, if my birthday is today, I was 18 yesterday, but my birthday is today. Yesterday, I needed 11 cups. Today, I need 13. What changed? What changed? I think that we just be doing stuff because we kind of know people ain't going to question it. That's what you need to be intaking a day. But we be holding on to water. We be having there's some people, because they do not release the water like they should. There's people who have gallons or liters or ounces, a whole bunch of ounces. They hold on to a lot of ounces of water. And they still be needing to drink or do the same daily intake or something like that of water. It's crazy. I don't think that we need to be drinking all this water. Yes, water weight is mass. He said, you smart. Don't tell the people. Don't tell a player. Listen. Do tell. I be trying to think of stuff. I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. We 70, 80. Hold on. Let me ask that right now. How much water is the body made of? The average body is approximately 55 to 78% water, with variations based on factors like age, sex, body composition. Infants have a higher water percentage, around 75%, than adults, and men generally have a slightly higher percentage than women, according to the International Bottled Water Association. The Bottled Water Association came out here to tell you the amount of water humans is made of. All right. That's what's up. You know, sometimes it's some things that you can read or hear that you don't even much feel like arguing. You're like, all right, dog. Like, okay, we've been to the moon. All right, dog. Okay. Like, you don't even want to, really go into it. How we made up of something, but we keep needing to fill it up with something, with the same thing. So if I'm right now walking around with, let's say 70%, I'm 70% water. I need to keep adding water. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I'm water. Look at me, I'm water. Ta-da. I ain't dripping, I ain't splashing, I ain't doing none of that right now. Anyway, but I'm water. They say we pee all day. Yeah, but okay. So I'm guessing that we need to replenish the water. Got it. just don't be understanding. I just don't be understanding. But I guess we gotta just keep the water leveled. Some people carry that water weight in their head. You right about that. Shout out to the people who be having like them big old head. Old water head. That's probably where we came up with the jokes from as children. You got a water head. Got to be more careful. Move right along. I ain't gonna get much on you. We got a quick body cam footage. Now listen, y'all, when y'all get attacked out here in these streets, I would just say I'm 30% alcohol. That's what's up. I just want to tell y'all, press charges on people, man. Stop with this. Now, I don't want to press no charge. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real G and all that. We have a police body cam footage showing the response from the Fort Lauderdale Police Department after a man sucker punched another man. Watch what happens.
Only on 10, newly released body cam video shows the moment a suspect was confronted by cops after sucker punching a stranger right outside a Las Olas hotspot. Local 10's Rosh Lowe is live in Fort Lauderdale with this exclusive. Rosh.
Well, cops say this was a brutal sucker punch, all caught on camera. You know what's also all caught on camera? When police arrive and question the victim and the suspect. And we have that body-worn camera video tonight.
It all starts with this. Fort Lauderdale, March 1st. The victim punched. His head smacks down on the concrete. Fort Lauderdale police arrive.
I haven't asked you any questions. You're talking, but I haven't asked you any questions. Just sit there and use your right to remain silent.
We're seeing the body-worn camera of police after they detain the suspect, Casey Gunn. He wants an attorney. Cops then talk to the victim and his girlfriend.
First of all, do you want to press charges?
I really don't. So we did. I don't want to press charges. I really don't. You got sucker punch, knocked out in front of your girlfriend. You don't want to press no charges.
I don't. I really don't. So we did all that for no reason. Let me see your ID. Your real ID.
I don't have my real ID on me.
She don't have her ID. Why is it so many females don't have their damn ID? I told y'all damn near 99% of the times when there is a female on a body cam, they don't have ID. Why not?
How old are you?
Police say the victim went inside to order food when two men started talking with his girlfriend. He confronts the men and then the punch. You can hear the cops say it's all caught on video.
So we have video you punching that guy, you sucker punched him. It's all on video.
He actually said he was going to pull a gun.
Yeah.
Say he was going to pull a gun on me, so I swung on him. Let me explain something to you good people. Never, now listen, what was said, he was checking two dudes who was talking to his girlfriend. Y'all got to stop this shit, dog. I promise you. Look.
Two men started talking with his girlfriend.
He started talking with his girlfriend. The two men was talking with his girlfriend.
Went inside to order food when two men started talking with his girlfriend. He confronts the men and then the punch. You can hear the cops say it's all caught on video.
So we have video you punching that guy, you sucker.
He punched him and ran off on the plug.
It's all on video.
He actually said he was going to pull a gun.
Yeah. Whole thing's on video, bro.
Exactly.
Whole thing, you sucker punched him.
In the video, you can see the man dressed in white throw the punch and then run away.
You cannot threaten. You cannot be trying to stand up for your little la-la that close to anybody.
You can see the man dressed in white throw the punch and then run away. The female in the video then starts chasing the man dressed in black. But when police are on scene, the victim doesn't want to prosecute.
So just to confirm, you do not want to press charges?
No.
Okay. Fine. You're free to go.
So that night, the handcuffs come off on Gunn.
So they took the cuffs off. They took the cuffs off, buddy. Shout out to C-Note for the $1.99 super chat. He said his girl gave them the green light. They was having a conversation with his girl while she was going to order some food. A conversation. They did not say that they disrespected her or anything. They were just talking to her. And she was talking back.
The victim was later then sent to the hospital, say police, with a brain bleed. He changed his mind and wanted to prosecute. Casey Gunn lives out of state in Georgia. The state filed its case against him in March. He turned himself in on a felony battery charge with great bodily harm June 11th.
I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you just wrote that right there. You say she's underage, Willie. I was thinking the same thing. And I'm gonna run it back. But he went to the hospital and he had a brain bleed, and now he's okay. I want to press charges.
And wanted to prosecute. Casey Gunn lives out of state in Georgia. The state filed its case against him in March. He turned himself in on a felony battery charge with great bodily harm, June 11th.
Say all men know taking a woman around other men can be dangerous. You got a point.
Yeah, it's important to note this is a very serious charge, and Fort Lauderdale police stayed on this case. You know, that night, no one wanted to press any charges, but then they say when the victim realized how serious this was, when he went to the hospital, he changed his mind, and now the suspect, Casey Gunn, as I mentioned, facing a felony charge. We're live in Fort Lauderdale tonight. I'm Rosh Slow.
Got to be more careful. Oh, yeah. She has no ID. This is his girlfriend. Notice though, how many girlfriends or wives and stuff like that, when their man gets into a situation or the man gets injured or something like that, would be in the background just walking away. If y'all is together, that woman typically is right next to her man while he's talking to the police, because she's this thing called concern and she wants to know everything that's going on. She's walking all in the background like she on the phone
and
with
his
a bitch
girlfriend.
and everything.
First of all, do you want to press charges?
I don't.
She's not even on the phone. Well, unless she got like the earbuds in her ear or something like that, but she's not holding the phone. So
I don't. I really don't.
So he did all that for no reason. Let me see her.
yeah, all that for no reason. Maybe she was not up close to the officer because she did not want these questions asked, to where she have to show ID and all that.
So he did all that for no reason. Let me see your ID. Your real ID.
And why would he say your real ID? Why would he use the term real ID? So that means that he must know, or she must have showed some fake ID. And adult women typically don't have fake IDs. Young girls have a fake ID because they be wanting to drink and stuff like that right there. Oh, well, she do say that she's 20 and you got to be 21 to drink. So,
Your real ID.
I don't have my real ID on me.
So he at least know that she got a fake ID.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Police say the victim went inside to order food when two men started talking with his girlfriend. He confronts the men, and then the punch. You can hear the cops say it's all caught on video.
He got too close. Players, and I hope that y'all paying attention. This is a real learning lesson. Keep people at a distance. And y'all got to stop checking dudes for talking to your chicks, man. Now, there is a difference if there's rude and trying to be abusive and shit like that right there. There is a difference. I do get it. But if nobody is out of hand, and hold on. Watch this right here too. If somebody is getting out of hand with your woman and she does not know how to conduct herself, give her time to conduct herself. Because she's an adult too, right? She should be able to know how to handle situations when with men that she don't want to talk to, knowing that she's with her man right now. A lot of y'all women know that y'all man will pop off. And if y'all just allow and put y'all man in the situation, y'all don't care nothing about y'all man. If your girl don't know how to straighten men when they is what she should deem in the wrong, if they is being wrong. If she don't know how to do that right there, players, you might need to get from around her. She's putting your life in it. She will put your life in danger. Like a lot of times I've said over the years, like if you was clubbing with your girl and y'all is in the club, and guys, they go to grabbing on her booty and feeling on it and stuff like that. If she tells you, these guys keep feeling on me and they won't stop feeling on me, get from around her. Get from around her. Trying to help. Say Slick Willie finally caught a live podcast. Shout out from Maryland, PG County. What it do? What it do? Appreciate you being around here. Appreciate you being around here. Listen. If y'all is in a situation and she's telling, they feeling on me and they touching on me. He just grabbed my ass and da-da-da-da-da. Get from around her. Because she does not see the big picture. She literally don't see the big picture. Willie, what is the big picture? Knowing once she tells you, if a woman tells you that right when it happened, she expects for you to go and check the man or men. She expects for you to fight. So she don't care whether you may go and fight and beat those guys up. It's a turn on. But she's missing the fact that you may go and try to check somebody and you may get stabbed, shanked, sliced on up real quick, beat up, knocked out, and killed. Because she did not know how to handle a situation, which she has, according to how she looked, she has been dealing with these situations a very, very long time. If she looked good enough, if her ass popping and all that fly shit, dudes been grabbing on her ass. You just ain't been there, and she had to deal with that happening by herself. So she should have been able to deal with it by herself instead of telling you, not putting you in harm's way. Because a smart woman, if they is really, really aggressive, and if she don't want you to get in there, babe, I don't feel good. Let's go. And then when y'all get back to the house, she can explain why she so-called don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? A woman who cares anything about you will not put you in harm's way because she don't want to see you hurt. She do not want to see you hurt. Just saying. Just saying. Move right along. Move right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. Where else I was with this right here? Okay, I got the Section 8 out the way. I got to go fund me. We did that right there. I did that little story right there. We did that little story right here. Got that. Boom. Big bodies, bad bodies. It is. Okay, we'll talk about that right there a little bit later. Bam. Okay, got one. Give y'all a pat on the back. Give y'all a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the night of the midday news. My bad. I was going to say the night news out here in these streets, man. Thank y'all for joining the player. I really do appreciate that right there. Thank y'all for doing everything that y'all came around here to do. I hope you all has been entertained. I really, really do. I'm just trying to get y'all the news. Trying to get y'all the news. We've been screaming everywhere out here in these doggone streets. Thank y'all for being in other places and hitting the like button and the share button, man. I really do thank y'all. Really, really do. We got 232 likes. Players, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show says just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your la-la and or your life. It's your choice. It's your call. I don't forgot. Say it's just a finger. Prostate cancer is just a finger. Your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your la-la and or your life. It's your choice. Or it's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. I done forgot real quick. Got to be more careful. Man, I appreciate y'all for rocking. Thank you. Y'all please remember, go around to the number 7 channel, 4 channel, the accept and agree channel. Yeah, that's all I got. You say, Willie, you always entertain me. I thank you. I just appreciate y'all being around here, being able to watch it. For real. You say, help on. I say the real ones know, hell yeah. Say, does Epsom salt in a warm bath work? They say that it do. They say that it say that it pulls it pulls the stuff out your body or something like that, right there. It pulls like the chemicals or some out your body. That's what they say. That is what they say. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking. Y'all have a good one. Y'all enjoy. Get your STD Friday on. Do not be afraid. Enjoy you. I appreciate